Welcome to this presentation. I'd like to discuss accelerating CEST MRI, a comparative study of multi-shot 3D FSE techniques for improved scan efficiency. This is a collaboration between colleagues at the University of Wisconsin in Madison, Wisconsin, and GE Healthcare. I have no financial interests or relationships to declare, although this is a collaboration with GE Healthcare, so we acknowledge that. So, amide proton transfer CEST MRI is a emerging technique for evaluating the mobile protein content within tumors. You can see in the upper left a two-step process of saturating the amide protons, which then get transferred in a second step to water, and that causes the water to then look like it has been saturated. As an animation, an amide on a protein can be saturated with radio frequencies that then scramble or saturate or remove the coherent magnetization from that pool of protons. And then after a chemical exchange with water, it appears that the saturation has been transferred to water, the amide proton transfer effect. You can see that in vitro, you get a very nice suppression of the water signal at 3.5 ppm. And you can also see this in the in vivo CEST spectrum down below as well. So APT-CEST can be quantified as a magnetization transfer ratio. It's got some nice properties. However, it is a slow technique, and so the goal of this study, the objective, was to develop multi-shot 3D fast spin echo that offers a balance of fast acquisition times while still having good image quality. Here are our parameters. Nothing too exciting to see here, although the two-shot sequence was just under 2 minutes, while a four-shot sequence was 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So we did improve the scan time by going to a two-shot fast spin echo. Now, if we look at a calibration phantom, the red lines are then plotted for a signal amplitude in the graphs down below, the red lines on the image. And that shows that we get good edge detection in this phantom, although there is slight blurring with the 2, 3, and 4-shot techniques. Two-shot was just fine, though. We then compared multi-shot 3D FSE with 2D FSE in a phantom of a raw egg white. The raw egg white is in the left of the phantom image. Now we took a full Z spectrum or a CEST spectrum for the 2D fast spin echo, so all those data points are shown in blue in the graph in the center. Now the 3D FSE was only taken around 3.5 and minus 3.5 ppm, a series of points around those ideal frequencies. Then we subtracted the left side from the right side. That's known as the MTR signal. And while that's plotted in the upper graph, it's also highlighted in the lower graph so that you can see we're getting good CEST at about 7 to 8%. And the histogram bars show that the 2D SSFSE measured 7.7% CEST, while the 3D FSE techniques also showed comparable results. Two-shot, again, was just fine. So, does this work in vivo? Well, yes. Here is an image of a female in her 60s that had a recurrent breast cancer and a lesion enhanced in post-contrast MRI, as you can see in that left side of the red box. And if we were to look at the CEST image, for that box, you can see the two-shot 3D FSE CEST shows really nice enhancement around that lesion. The 3-shot and 4-shot also show enhancement, but it is more diffuse. It doesn't match the anatomical location of the lesion as well. And we attribute this to potential motion artifacts that are caused by longer scan times. As for the validation that this lesion was malignant, we did fluocyclovine PET and also DSC, cerebral blood volume perfusion measurements, and identified the tumor as well. So CEST helps with the overall diagnosis of the tumor. So in discussion, we have 50% faster scan time with the two-shot FSE. We also have comparable CEST contrast and good image quality with the two-shot, despite some slight edge blurring. The 3D results align with the 2D results, validating that we can now do 3D FSE. So the 3D two-shot SSFSE enables faster APT-CEST on a GE scanner. In future directions, we're looking to do more protocol optimization for broader anatomical coverage and further validation in a larger patient cohort. And broader applications or implications, well, having a standard efficient 3D acquisition framework on a GE scanner for CEST MRI opens the door to new possibilities. So with that, I'd just like to thank my colleagues at the University of Wisconsin, as shown here, and also our colleagues and collaborators at GE Healthcare. Thank you.